Welcome back to another episode, Expand Your Limits. I'm your host, Paige, and I'm super excited for today's episode. I'm going to be sharing my journey, my story, how I went from feeling stuck, unfulfilled, lost, to living a life of so much abundance and joy. I'm now living in Bali, and it's been amazing. But I want to share this story to inspire you to take bold action, trust yourself, and show you anything is truly possible. What's possible for me is possible for you. I want to first start with the beginning and the moment everything changed. About 4 years ago, I went through the worst pain of my entire life. This was 2020. I ended a relationship after being with someone for 5.5, 6 years, and I felt like my whole world crumbled. The relationship ended. I got nerve pain. I couldn't even open a water bottle. I no longer could work 10 to 12 hour days. And so I was forced to just sit with myself and be. And if you're going through a really, really tough time, that's actually the place you do not want to go. You do not want to be just sitting with yourself. But this was the biggest blessing. This was the best thing that could have happened to me, because in this moment I'm experiencing so much pain from this heartbreak. Everyone around me is getting engaged. I'm feeling lost, even though on the outside I had so much success. I've always done very well in my career. And in this moment, I was laying in my bed, sitting with myself. I was told that I was gonna have to get surgery. This nerve pain would never go away. And I'm just like drowning in a lot of fear. And I'm just connecting deeper with myself. I'm doing visualization. I'm doing all these practices I now teach people in my signature program to get their dream life. But something ignited within me. This calling, this feeling of there's something more for me. I just didn't know at the time how to get from A to Z. And so when this was calling me, I started listening. I started taking action, even when it was scary. For example, I left someone I truly loved when everyone around me was getting engaged, because I knew I desired and deserved more. Number 2, I left a company I was at for 6 years to go to a new company to start over. There was no reason for it. The company I was at promoted me every single year, again and again and again, without me asking. I was in the top 10%. There was no reason for me to make a change. But my intuition was guiding me. Was I scared? Of course. But I focused on the person I'm becoming and the lessons I'm learning. And then after that, I continued having so much success in my career. I manifested $1 million. I got the dream relationship. I got everything. And then I still felt stuck, unfulfilled. Something was missing. And the reason I felt unfulfilled, stuck, and something was missing was because I kept focused on these external things to make me happy. When I get the dream relationship, I'll be happy. When I continue crushing it in my career, I'll be happy. I was having these external things be a mirror to show me, oh, wow, Paige, you're great, you're great. You don't need that. You don't need anything outside of you to make you happy, to make you feel fulfilled. I'm living in Bali. And after all those things, leaving the relationship, moving to a new company, all of that, literally this year I quit my 9-to-5 job that I made 7 figures in, that I continued getting promoted. I actually got promoted 2 weeks before I quit. And I sold everything in San Francisco. My car, my home, everything besides 2 suitcases. I only have 2 suitcases to my name. I'm living in Bali. I'm the most free and fulfilled I've ever felt. And right now, it's not that I have more than I had before. If anything, I had more before. I had the constant promotions. I had the illusion of security and safety, which we'll talk about in another episode. I had the dream relationship. I had so much stuff. But I have less now, and I feel so fulfilled. And this is not about, focus on not wanting stuff, just don't want anything, have less. No. You are entitled to everything you desire. You can have everything and more. But the thing about it is, everything shifted for me when I started focusing on within, when I started sourcing my happiness within myself. Here's the reality. You can't control, the outside forces. You can't control people giving you validation. You can't control when things happen for you. unless you're a master manifestor. This is what I teach in my programs because I've mastered this. But for the most part, many people can feel like they can't control it. What you have 100% control over, how you feel about yourself, the thoughts that you have, and the actions that you take, aligned action, and your energy. I teach people in my programs energy attunement, which is one of the most powerful skill sets you can learn, because you're attuning, you're becoming aware of your energy. Your energy expands beyond your body. The more aware you are of your energy, the more you're going to be able to attract what you desire, because everything's a magnet. Everything shifted for me when I started sourcing my validation and joy and happiness from within. And so what's so important is following your inner guidance. There's going to be a moment when you stop asking yourself, what if it doesn't work? And you start asking yourself, who is the person I'm becoming? You're going to be so focused on the conviction you have in yourself and how you feel about yourself. You're going to be like, what if I don't go after what I desire? That's going to paralyze you more than the thought of what if it doesn't work out. And when you get to this point, you are going to go after what you want, because you're not going to be held back by fear anymore. I used to be so held back by fear. What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? All of these things. And then I started realizing, what if I don't go after it? How is that going to impact me? How am I going to feel? There's more fear there. That's when everything shifted, and I started experiencing so much joy, so much abundance, so much fulfillment. You need to follow your inner guidance, and your inner guidance is going to be different than someone else's. That's why you can't compare your chapter 10 to someone's 20. That's why you can't follow someone's exact plan, because your plan is going to be different. But the more that you are rooted in who you are and have done the inner work, you're going to be able to follow your inner guidance. You're going to be able to follow your path. And here's the thing, it's your path. It's unique to you. So if you are feeling lost, stuck, confused, not having clarity, you're on the right path, because no one's gone the path that you're going. That's why it's called your path. And so really, like I mentioned, this past year, I sold everything because I trusted my intuition. I was no longer living in fear. I had so much fear about money, about love, all these things. I transcended it through going into my body, releasing the trauma in my body. This is now what I help people with. You need to release this fear so that you're able to follow your intuition, because sometimes intuition and fear seem very, very similar. And if you are not in tune with your energy, with yourself, you're not going to be able to follow your intuition. And let me tell you from personal experience, not following my intuition costed me millions of joy, millions of, abundance, millions of money, millions of experiences, millions of everything. Freedom. This is why I'm so passionate about helping people tap into, themselves and creating a deeper connection with themselves, because since I've done this, I now can manifest like this. I can attract wealth like this. I can attract love like this. It all comes to me because I know what I'm vibrating at. You need to build a connection with your intuition. If you do not have that, you definitely need to be in my program, because it's going to change your life. And so really the lessons that I learned along the journey are your inner work creates. What I learned is your inner work creates outer results. Your inner world creates your outer world. And the key to my transformation wasn't about changing my circumstances. It was about creating an unshakable connection with myself. This is why my signature program is called Unshakable You, because you need to change you to change the outer world. Everything is a mirror. And so doing inner work is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself and those around you, because you have things to do in this world. You are here to ignite the world. You are here to make an impact. You are here to serve. You can't serve at your highest level if you have not done the inner work on yourself to release the fears of rejection, fears of failure, fears of success, fears. You need to let it go. And really the most powerful thing is it was about me changing my being, my energy. You change your energy through going into the body. Nervous system regulation, somatic work, inner child. I do all of this with my clients. Of course, subconscious rewiring and mindset is very, very important. But if your mind and body are not in harmony, it doesn't matter how much mindset work you're doing. It's not going to work. The next lesson that I learned is that courage comes before clarity. You don't have to have it all figured out. you're not going to have it all figured out because it's your path specific to you. In fact, the path reveals when you're taking action. So courage comes before clarity. You can't wait to like have this perfect plan and know everything and then get courage and then get confidence. That's not how it works. You need to take the first jump off the mountain, off the edge, and then know you're going to be caught. Know you're going to get clarity. Clarity comes through action. You need courage to take action. The next thing that I learned is that abundance is holistic. Abundance is not just about money. Abundance means there's more than enough of everything in the world. And this is a feeling in your body as well as mindset, everything I teach. But abundance is about joy. It's about fulfillment. It's about peace. It's about freedom. All of it. And as a result of all these things, you will get money. You will get all those things. But your view on abundance cannot just be focused on money. It's so much more than that. It's about waking up every day, feeling fulfilled, connecting deeper with yourself, having this deep connection to this fire, this burning fire in yourself. You can feel it in my energy. And if you've noticed me talking, you can notice my energy of like fire and then ground, earth. And so I've really attuned to my own energy, and that's how I've been able to create my dream life, manifest with ease, and so much more. But in order to connect with your own energy, you need to know who the fuck you are and do the inner work. My signature program will guide you from step A to Z so you can get everything you desire. And then lastly, how can you expand your limits? I'm so passionate about this because we live in a world that is very like narrow-minded. This podcast is about helping you expand your limits, getting anything you want because you deserve it. So the 3 things that I'll share is number 1, get clear on your vision. Ask yourself, what would your dream life look like if there was no limits? Write it down and don't hold back. And make sure this is coming from a place of wholeness, not lack. Lack energy is, I want more money because I want to feel secure, or I want a partner because I want to feel loved. That's lack. You already are loved. You already are wealthy. Wealthy starts first within the mind and body before you get it. So get clear on your dream life and then why. It needs to be from a place of wholeness or you will not get it. You only get what you feel you're worthy of receiving. The next thing is take bold action and steps aligned with your intuition. It's not about just throwing spaghetti at the wall, although sometimes you may need to do that as you're getting clarity. But if your intuition pings you, you take action. You do. So many times in my life, like I mentioned, I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't trust myself, and it caused me so much pain. My intuition was pinging me many times. I was in these 2 serious relationships to walk away. I didn't for a while because I loved them. I didn't want to walk away ever. I ended up getting betrayed. Yeah, betrayed, and it was some of the worst pain of my entire life. So if I can spare anyone from the pain that I went through, that is what I'm here to do. The third thing is that you need to prioritize the inner work. Like I've mentioned many times, your inner world creates your outer world. Life is about 80-90% inner and like 10%, strategy, 10% external. Everything is a mirror for you. Everything you feel on the inside is going to come back to you. If you feel you're not good enough, if you feel like there's so much fear, if you feel like you're going to fail, well, you're going to see that. If you feel like you're fucking incredible and you are convicted in who you are, you know your worth, and you deserve your desires, it's not even that you deserve it, it's simply your destination. It's going to come to you. So I hope this was helpful. The 3 things: get clear on your vision, take 1 bold step with intuitive action, and prioritize your inner work. I hope this episode was powerful on Expand Your Limits. My mission here is to expand your limits and show you that anything is possible. What's possible for me is possible for you. And I hope this episode highlighted how my journey is one when you trust yourself, when you go after what you want without any evidence it's gonna work. Because guess what? You have the evidence within your body. It's a feeling. It's like the sky is blue. It just is. There's no wavering. And that's how I feel because I've done all this inner work. If you are ready to up level, ignite your dream life, and continue expanding your limits, give this a like, a subscribe, follow, share with a friend, and then reach out to join my signature program that will change your life. Until next time.